Hi guys, welcome back to Let's Talk Surgery podcast. I'm Shannon and today we'll be talking about tummy tuck. Hi everyone, how are we? I know I've been gone for a couple of months, but I've been really busy in my personal life and my business. So I have taken a back seat on this front, but I'm back and I'll be kicking us off with a tummy tuck story. This is my second attempt, by the way, of filming because I filmed a whole 20 minutes and my nipple was out. So So yes, let's retell the whole story. Back in 2021, I had my baby, and about 3 months after having my baby, I decided to have a tummy tuck. So I had my son by C-section, and I ended up having a bit of, a little pouch going on, and of course I put on a lot of weight, which I've talked about in the last episodes during my last surgeries because of depression, and obviously I just had a baby as well, so again it was just a bit more of a weight gain. So my next step into fixing myself and my image was a tummy tuck. So in total I paid around about £16,900, but that was for my teeth, a tummy tuck, implant reduction and uplift, BBL correction and mega liposuction. So let's just talk about the tummy tucks because I want to focus just on that. Too many of us, for starters, are going to Turkey and having tummy tucks when we're overweight. I was 16 stone, 15, a high 15 stone range, low 16 stone range. I was around about there, and I was having a tummy tuck with mega liposuction. Now, tummy tucks are meant for those, that have lost a lot of weight and they have loose skin, right? But a lot of us now, because it is so cheap over Turkey, we're thinking, even though we're overweight, instead of losing the weight, we're just going to go and have our stomachs cut off. But newsflash, it does not make you skinnier in any way, really. I mean, yes, we're cutting our stomachs and we are pulling the skin down, which gives a slimmer appearance, or maybe a smoother appearance, but by no means is it slimming. We're not going to look skinny afterwards then, because we still got our visceral fat, the fat around our organs, so we're still going to look quite plump, even though we've reduced the size of our stomach appearance, I guess. But yeah, with my surgery, it took around about 8 hours, and when I finally come around, and I had no idea, it taken me like almost 3 hours to come around. After I came out of surgery, and I had an oxygen mask on, I had lost so much blood I needed 4 bags of blood given to me. My blood type is zero positive, and for some reason we were struggling to get our blood into the hospital, and fair play to the surgeon and the company, they were working tirelessly to get that blood to me. They were amazing. Now, it's not their fault that I lost so much blood. Obviously I'd had so many surgeries in the past, so much complications. I had a lot of scarring, and I had just had a C-section 3 months prior, so I had the scarring from that too. So it's not the company's fault at all, but I was in dire need of this blood transfusion. I remember having 2 of the bags, and I asked to get up because if anyone's had surgery before, they know that when you have like a BBL or lipo, your bum is like really, really numb, and it's like the only thing you can think of is how numb your bum and your legs are. It's so uncomfortable. It's like when you have an ache when you break like a bone or something. It's like the only thing you can think of. So after a few hours, they let me get up for my first walk, and I remember sitting up and I was like, oh fuck, I'm literally just gonna fall back down. Like, other than that, I felt great. I wasn't in any pain at all, to be honest with you. They really topped me up. It was fab. But I was still severely dizzy, so we sent a video of me to the surgeon and a picture, because they were naturally worried about me anyway, and they'd already stayed for hours after they'd done the surgery by my side, but of course they had to go home eventually. So the nurses sent them a video of me. I was okay, I was awake finally, I was responsive, I was willing to get up. It was just the fact that I was still severely dizzy, and so we had the okay to have a third bag of blood, which they found after a few hours. The only difficulty was where I had, I think, reacted badly in surgery, and they probably had to give me a lot of medication to try and help bring me around anyway. My feet and my hands were severely swollen from where all my veins have kind of just burst. So we were finding it difficult to actually get a transfusion in, because every time they'd try and go into my vein and say, oh, like, it's a bouncy vein, they'll go in and it would be flat, and I'd be like, ow, it's burning me, it's burning me. Because literally every time I have bloods as well, it's the same. They can never, ever, ever, ever do my blood on the first fucking round. It's always like 10 rounds, right? So we were having a bit of trouble. They finally found a vein. We managed to get half a bag in. we then had to move it again because that vein had burst. And then the next morning, I attempted to walk again, but I was still really, really dizzy. And so we had our 4th bag of blood finally. Thank you so much to the company and the surgeon, honestly, because it took them, they must have been so stressed out. Like, I was still pretty out of it. I didn't really realise the severity of probably what was going on around me, but I was pretty chill. The only thing I wanted to do was see my son, because my son was only about 3 months old at this point, and he was in a hotel with his dad. Obviously in Turkey, they weren't allowed to stay at the hospital. Plus there was nowhere for the baby to stay at the hospital anyway, so it was better for them to go back to the hotel. So yeah, we finally had our 4th bag of blood, and I was able to go back to the hotel after a few more hours of observation. The tummy tuck scarring itself is healed really, really well. I did end up getting sepsis, but that wasn't from Turkey, that was from Albania. So I went when it was like the traffic light system of COVID. So I was obviously going to the UK to Turkey, which was a red zone. So to come back, I either had to pay 1,500 per person for the 2-week stay in the Heathrow hotel, or I could go to an amber country for 2 weeks and then return back to the UK. And it was only £600 to go to Albania for 2 weeks, and that included Turkey to Albania, Albania to the UK, 2-week stay, all inclusive for 3 of us. So of course I stayed there. Unfortunately, I had no care over there, and that's, again, it's not the surgeon's fault or the company's fault. It's kind of my own, obviously, because I decided to isolate for a further 2 weeks without any care. So I ended up contracting sepsis. So when I got back to the UK, I needed treatment for that, and I had a bag attached to me to get out just seroma. And they're the only bad scars I have is from when I came back home and the NHS had to try and get the seroma out of my bottom half of my stomach. But other than that, the scarring is great. But again, going over to Turkey to have tummy tucks when we're not ready to have tummy tucks, I probably need a second tummy tuck, because I was in the high 15s, low 16 stone range. I am now in the 9 stone range, and I need another tummy tuck because I have so much loose skin. So the point of the video is, don't have a tummy tuck if you're overweight. Wait until you have lost your desired weight and then have a tummy tuck. It's so pointless wasting your money now and having a tummy tuck when you still have a lot of visceral fat, or you haven't lost the weight, because you are going to waste your money, and it's not going to give the desirable effect that you ultimately want. So that's just a little bit of a tip from me. Not sure if anybody wants to take tips from me on surgery. But yeah, I just wanted to make a little video coming back, because I know I've been gone for such a long time. But I have some exciting things in the works, so you will be seeing a lot more of me. If you do like the video, please give it a thumbs up, please subscribe, please comment, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye!